Hi, in this video, we'll explore some network-related information about the Oracle VM Manager. The Manager, of course, is just an application running on a server installed with Oracle Linux 5 or 6. You can also use Red Hat. So, the networking on the Oracle VM Management Server is pure Linux using whatever tools you are used to working with to set up networking. I myself simply use VI to edit the configuration files. This is different from the Oracle VM servers where you perform 100% of the network configuration using the Oracle VM Manager UI. There is nothing special about setting up and configuring networking on the management server in preparation for installing Oracle VM Manager. Just remember to execute the create.shell script before executing run installer shell when installing the Oracle VM Manager application and database. All of this is explained quite well in the Oracle VM installation and upgrade guide. Keep the following in mind while watching this video, and remember, this video only pertains to Oracle VM 3.1 and 3.2. You can also click on the live links I'm showing on the screen right now to take you to the user guides and white papers. Before we begin, I'd like to cover a few things about Oracle VM Manager that are frequently points of confusion for people. The only network you need on the server where Oracle VM Manager is installed is the interface that allows the Manager core product to communicate with the management interface on the servers where you have the server management channel assigned. This does not mean the Oracle VM Manager needs to be on the same exact network as the servers. It just means the manager needs to be able to access the VIP assigned to the Bond 0 interface on the master server. This topic warrants a closer look, so we'll come back to this in a moment. The Oracle VM Manager does not need access to the cluster heartbeat network on the Oracle VM servers. The Oracle VM Manager is not involved with managing or monitoring the cluster heartbeat at all. That's the job of OCFS2 and the agent on the servers. It doesn't need access to the live migration network either. Live migration is purely a function of the agent on the servers. The manager is only responsible for initiating the migration and then waiting for the status update from the master server. There's a process running on each of the Oracle VM servers called OVM Watch that is responsible for reporting the success or failure of a live migration, as well as starting, stopping, and restarting virtual machines. Also, the manager does not need any access to any of the networks used by the Oracle VM guests. Now here's a couple points about storage. No matter what storage protocol you're using to present the pool file systems and storage repositories to the servers, the manager does not need access to these storage objects at all. Once the servers are part of a server pool and the repositories have been associated or presented to servers, the manager is no longer involved in mounting, unmounting, or remounting the pool file systems or the repos to the servers. That's a function of the agent on the servers. Also, one more suggestion about the Oracle VM Manager. Now, this is a personal opinion, but I find that using MySQL for the Oracle VM database is a superior choice since it's fully supported for use in the largest of production Oracle VM deployments. Using MySQL as the database engine practically turns the Oracle VM Manager into a very low maintenance appliance that is entirely under the control of the system administrator. It is a robust solution that comes with automated, full, hot daily backups that are reliable and easy to recover. Now, I discuss the advantages of MySQL in the Backup and Recovery Best Practices Guide. Please visit the Oracle VM White Papers page on the Oracle Technology Network to obtain a copy of the Backup and Recovery Guide. If you want, you should be able to open the Backup and Recovery Guide by clicking on the URL shown on your screen. So let's talk about the network access that Oracle VM Manager needs to communicate with the servers. The basic takeaway from this slide is that the Oracle VM Manager does not need to be on the same exact subnet as the servers it is managing. The manager can control multiple server pools anywhere on the planet as long as you can communicate with the servers in each pool from where the Oracle VM Manager is installed. In fact, the servers in each pool can be installed with the management interface on completely different subnets in each pool. The illustration assumes that all of the IPs being shown belong to 24-bit subnets. And first, Notice that the IP for the manager does not match any of the IPs assigned to any servers in any of the server pools. It's not even a member of any of the subnets used by the server pools. Of course, the servers and managers can be members of the same subnet, but it's not a requirement. Next, you will notice that the servers in pool 1 and 2 are in the same data center, but they're installed on completely different subnets. You can use different VLANs on trunk switch ports, or you can connect the servers in each pool to completely different switches using non-trunked access ports. If you're deploying multiple large server pools in a production environment with 10 to 32 nodes per pool, then I would recommend installing the servers in each pool using different subnets, like I show here in pool 1 and 2. If you don't know the meaning of trunked and non-trunked access ports, then watch the video about understanding VLANs in my Fundamental Network Concept series. In the next 3 slides, I'm going to show 3 different ways of deploying Oracle VM Manager. This slide shows the safest and easiest way to deploy the manager. In this case, the manager is installed on a physical server running Oracle Linux 6. Now, you cannot install the manager on a physical server running Oracle VM server. So please don't waste your time trying to figure that out. It just doesn't work. Now, I'll show you a potential way around this limitation in the 3rd slide. First, notice the network interfaces should be bonded for maximum network availability. This is optional. The IP addresses will be bound to bond 0 or whatever it is you want to call the bond. Now, keep in mind that this is all done manually since the operating system is either Oracle Linux or Red Hat Linux. Oracle VM Manager is comprised of 2 components, the user interface or UI and the core. The piece that performs all the heavy lifting, including the communication between the servers and the manager, is called the core. So when you see this, I mean the Oracle VM Manager. The manager communicates with the agent running on the master server. Any server in the pool can be a master server. If a master server fails, then the role is automatically transferred by the agent, not the manager, to another server that is still running. The master is the server with the VIP assigned to it, to the management interface. The master server is responsible for all communication between the servers in the pool and the manager. This slide shows how I've deployed the Oracle VM Manager we'll be using throughout this video series. I personally like deploying the Oracle VM Manager as an application installed on a virtual machine running Oracle Linux. In this case, the manager is running as a virtual machine in another server pool that has nothing to do with any of the pools it is managing. A lot of VMware shops will run the virtual machine in a VMware cluster. Early adopters of Oracle VM might run the virtual machine in an older Oracle VM2 platform. Or you might choose to run the virtual machine on another Oracle VM3 server pool being controlled by a different Oracle VM Manager. You can even host Oracle VM Manager on a virtual machine running on Oracle VirtualBox, but that isn't supported in production. This solution is documented in Chapter 4 of the Oracle VM Installation and Upgrade Guide, by the way. I believe running the manager from a virtual machine is the most robust solution since it can take advantage of the HA features built into the virtual server products, not to mention all of the various ways to quickly and easily back up and restore virtual machines. In my opinion, Oracle VM Manager becomes a highly available, highly resilient, and a low-maintenance appliance when hosted on a virtual machine running Oracle Linux as the guest OS. It just makes things so much easier to manage. Anyway, note that this solution looks almost identical to the deployment using the physical server. The only distinct difference in terms of networking is that you don't have to set up bonded network interfaces because the underlying virtual server product handles all of that complexity. Other than that, everything about the networking is the same as the deployment using the physical server. Taking a slight step further, you can even deploy the Oracle VM Manager as a virtual machine running on the same exact server pool it is managing. Now, this is exactly the same solution shown in the previous slide, except in this case, the manager is a virtual machine on one of the servers in a server pool it is managing. You can use the same recipe documented in the Oracle VM installation and upgrade guide for this solution also. Anyway, the Oracle VM Manager as a virtual machine isn't some wacky solution I dreamed up on my own. Here's the chapter in the installation and upgrade guide I was referring to in the previous slides. You should be able to click on the URL to open the 3.2 document. But this should work with Oracle VM 3.0, 3.1, 3.2, and most likely the next major release of the product. So let's take a look at how simple the network configuration is on our Oracle VM management server. All right, let's put this away, and then we'll bring this up. Now I've already logged into, it's a putty session, I've already logged into my manager. Now I'm just going to go ahead and type ifconfig to see what we have configured on the management server. Notice that I have ETH0 configured using the IP from the worksheet we created earlier. This is the IP that is used to communicate with the management interface on the Oracle VM servers. Now I've also configured ETH1, but this is entirely optional. I configured ETH1 to access the storage network because I mount a bunch of extra things to the management server. Now remember, my Oracle VM management server you see here is a virtual machine. Now whether I use a physical server or a virtual machine for this role, I use the manager or management server for more than just the Oracle VM Manager. Let's type in DF here and you'll see what I'm talking about. So I also mount an NFS export for my storage array to keep all of the automated daily backups of the database separate from the virtual machine. So this is just part of my backup scheme. This allows me to take a snapshot of the backups and then take those to tape at any time I want to. Now I also mount an NFS export containing admin scripts I created to help do things in the Oracle VM environment. I also have a couple other mounts for other uses, but they're not really important at this time. Just keep in mind that I use the management server for more than just Oracle VM Manager. Now, the one thing you cannot do is install Oracle Enterprise Manager and Oracle VM Manager on the same server. I know, it's a very logical thing to do since both products use WebLogic servers, but it doesn't work. And in fact, the Enterprise Manager will prevent Oracle VM Manager from running if they're installed on the same server. So please don't try this, as I've seen many customers waste many days and weeks trying to figure out a way to make it work. Anyway, that should do it for this video, and I hope to see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.